Off we go.
Hey, hey.
Hey, warm welcome, Charmain, and
Thank you, Luchana.
thank you for accepting the invitation to express or to share the feedback in this video format. And like with the same with Mary and with the other friend before Mary, there was literally no time to do that. I would love to do that when you were in person here, but somehow days flew so fast. So
I think it's
here,
good to actually have the time to allow fully what happened to really be noticed and to be able to express it in hindsight as well as what is continuing.
beautiful.
So
So,
I really appreciate the invitation to come and join you. That was beautifully timed.
yeah, perfect timing.
Perfect timing. As always.
Yeah,
As always.
a little bit of story if you can share that at the same time you were somewhere like 70 kilometers from where we are.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, by, an apparent coincidence. I just happened to be not far from you. So it just came together beautifully. Really, really good. Just it only took me an hour to get to you.
Wow, isn't it amazing?
Then before you were in Bulgaria and I was in the UK, and now we're practically neighbors.
Yeah. Yeah, first, thank you for your openness and
Uh-huh.
for your, yeah, probably it is a curiosity or I don't
Yeah,
know
yeah.
what else is this to jump like that. Because even
Uh-huh.
though we know each other, or you know Lubo, and yeah, we know each other, but I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah. Well, we know each other digitally. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, online, to jump like that, not I'm not I'm pretty sure not everyone can do that. So
Mm.
what pulled you? What drawn you here? What was that? Do you remember?
It just felt like that's what I was doing. It's not really guided as soon as I saw the invitation. It was just like, yeah. And then it became more and more possible. Like it was just happening. And I think with the ease, I think if something happens with ease, is that's the direction. So I've also worked with Lubo and watched both your videos over the last however a year, maybe 2 years.
Probably a year, yeah.
A
What
year,
maybe a little bit more.
maybe a
I'm not
bit
sure.
more. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I already had that connection.
Mm.
And I think with Lubo as well and you, it's this sort of sense of really it's the expression of joy and love and being in that, you know, uh, uh, uh.
This is so sweet. Uh,
And that was just calling. It was just really, really it's just calling. And then it just happened. And I really didn't know what to expect. I was like, are we going to be sat doing what is it, self-inquiry all week?
well,
I don't know. I didn't know at all. So, and it didn't really matter either. It's just, let's just see. Let's just see what happens.
yeah, and yeah, what happened here for you? What is your experience for this, I don't know, 4 days maybe?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I guess there's different ways of different layers to it.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember at one point, I think it was on like the third day or something, and I was like, wow, this is beginning to feel like the movie Solaris. Have you seen Solaris?
Uh, I'm not sure, but maybe.
Where George Clooney gets on a stop the spaceship, and he
Yes,
doesn't know why.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And he's like, traveling towards Solaris, the planet Solaris. And then all this weird stuff starts happening. And he doesn't realize it's a big healing process. He's like,
Wow.
he's uncovering the unconscious, and he's seeing it reflected back, you know, in this experience that he's found himself in. And he doesn't know, as this, as the spaceship is like gravitating towards the light of the planet, and he's just in it, and all this crazy shit's going on.
Yeah.
So on day 3, I'm like, this is what it's reminding me of. It's like just been drawn into something, and there's something drawing, like, you and Lubo, and the way the sessions were structured. Something's just being drawn out. Something that I actually didn't necessarily know was there so much until it's illuminated, and then started to draw out. So,
Mm.
but there was just something about the absolute gentleness, just like very, 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 very gentle way of doing that.
Mm.
Just seemed to allow, it was just like an allowance, just like what was gonna move through and happen did. Um, so what that meant for me was a letting go, or a clearing of the defenses to unconditional love.
Yeah,
Uh,
some of those
it's,
defenses very,
yeah,
very subtle for all of us. Some
yeah,
stay very subtle. They are even
yeah,
not like they're not. We can't recognize that there are defenses until
mm,
it becomes clear. Like, oh,
yeah,
I defend
yeah,
something here. There's something
yeah,
here is holding back.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Beautiful.
yeah. Yeah, and it was like beautifully not I wouldn't say it was like a challenge, but
Hmm.
it was beautifully challenged, during the 4 days, and it felt really safe and good to just be like really honest
Yeah.
in that in those scenarios, um was really, really beautiful. And I think the way that you sort of it just kind of flowed as well, like it just flowed. And for me, after the final day, there was just a sense of like everything's here, and everything is happening, and everything's a potential, and everything's possible, and there is nothing stopping anything doing anything.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, exactly.
just the
Like there is
mind.
nothing in the way of
Nothing in
whatever
the way of anything.
wants to express from here.
Yeah,
Get
yeah.
it?
And that remembrance that actually that's what we can see it. That's what we're here to do. It's for the joy. It's for the joy of that. So there's been changes, and
Yeah.
and I kind of, a much more relaxed attitude towards things, and uh yeah, life just unfolding even more beautifully. It's like other things have happened and transpired, and it's like, wow, that's good. That can
Yeah.
happen.
And some clarity also, some clarity of, let's say, clarity of how I want to live, how I
Yeah.
want to move through life
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
from then on.
absolutely. Yeah, when everything's removed, then the clarity, it's just, and it's really obvious, like really obvious. There's
Mm,
no need to try, or to try and account for something else. Yeah, we don't need to do that.
no.
Me, it was yeah, it's very powerful
Mhm.
in that way. So we're extremely grateful.
Oh.
Really, 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 really grateful. And just a reminder of the necessity to let go. I think it's a pathway to the self-realization and discovering the no I, and there's this da 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 non-dual da 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 da, but actually there's
There is much more than that.
Yeah, there's the removing the obstacles to it. I mean, it's just clearing the path, you know, clearing the path also is very important. So yeah, and
Well,
you know, when I was driving away, I know you know this story, but I'm just going to
yeah,
share it.
I
Yeah.
wanted to invite you to share that story, if you don't mind, because it is amazing. What to say, representation of Lubo said, this is scam. This is like how scam is working.
Yeah.
The
But
scam
also
that
like
there is something wrong with me. The scam
it,
that
that is the scam.
I'm exactly, this is the
That
scam.
is
So can you say the story?
Ah. So, and I've
Oh,
had this
oh,
before, you know, sometimes when there's been so much joy has been allowed and that the something has to be moved out of the way, like it shines a light on what has to go.
yeah.
And so I was driving away from your place. I think I was still practically waving at Lubo, bye, in my heart, bye, Lubo, bye. You know, driving away, and
Yeah, and I remember that you started from here wondering what to do. Shall I go back to UK? What to
I
do?
had this like thing, where
Yeah,
am I
yeah,
actually
just
going?
a
I had no
little bit.
idea where I was going.
Yeah, a little bit like as if, oh, let's see, let's see.
I'll just
And also for those of you who know, probably not everyone, but there are a lot of strikes here, like the
all the
farmers.
farmers' protests were
Yes,
on the
they are
roads.
blocking the
Yeah, yeah,
roads
yeah.
in
Yes, with
no
mine, I'm like, I don't know whether I can even drive back. I don't know where to go. Like, I'm just gonna see what happens. Like, if I can't, I can't. If I can, and it
yeah,
all worked out beautifully. I'm still here, but it all worked out.
exactly. And my
Um,
feeling was that there was such a complete openness and such
yeah,
allowance. Like, okay, let's see. Okay,
yeah.
so you're driving back.
So I was driving away, and my heart was just, there was so much joy. I was just like really peaceful. And then I literally got onto the front, and turned right over the bridge. And then the phone rang. It came up on the screen
Mm-hmm.
in the car, and I didn't recognize the number. But in this spirit of like, la la, I'm like, I'm just going to answer it. I'm just going to answer it.
It is a known
Oh,
number.
no number. So I just answer it and like, hello.
Hello,
Hello.
can I give you some joy?
Yeah, here's the joy. And then this man's voice said, this is HMRC. And I'm like, okay, it's HMRC. But, you know, before I'd had a lifelong, well, an adult long fear of HMRC. It's the tax office in
Mm.
the UK, you know, and a lot of fear about getting taxes in on time,
Mm.
not defrauding, you know, making sure you do it right and things get submitted, and this, like, you know,
Yeah, this
fear.
conditioned fear, like let be clear,
Yeah.
let this be clear. Yeah,
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 what if they think
like all
I've
of us.
done?
Hmm.
Yeah. What if they think? And the first thing, and I think many people who think about the tax office, it goes to like prison. Oh, you can get, you know, you can get put in prison. So really deep old fear, which I thought, like I've done a lot of work on over the time, because it's irrational. It's totally irrational. So it was okay. And he's like, this is HMRC. And I'm like, okay. And he said, you need a pen and paper, because I'm going to give you some information. We've been trying to contact you for a long time. You haven't responded. And in my mind, I'm like, oh yeah, I've not even been anywhere for my mail. So maybe, I don't know.
So
So
maybe they contacted you, but
it
you,
was convincing, you know, maybe I just didn't see, I haven't seen my letters. So I was like, okay, okay. And pull over, and
what was the feeling? What was the feeling then on?
it was like a uh mild anxiety, but with a little bit of humor in it as well. It was like, is this actually happening? Have I just actually left there? And like, it was very surreal. Like, am I actually having this call right now? Right now?
When this huge open heart is like waving.
Yeah. I'm like,
Uh-huh.
oh, what's going on? Uh, so then he said, yeah, there's been a case opened, and there's been an investigation. and you've been it's seen that you have willfully, these are very specific words that he used, you've willfully defrauded the tax HMRC, and that is a criminal offense. So there are criminal proceedings being taken out towards you. Write down my name now, it's important. I am Inspector whatever,
Blah, blah, blah.
whatever. So I was like, I better pull over. So I pulled over and I'm like, okay. And I'm like, okay. And then there was like, just give me the details then, what's actually going on. And then he said, you need to know that there's a warrant out for your arrest and you could go to prison. He actually said that. In my mind, I was like, okay, I'll go to prison. Okay, I have a criminal record. Does that actually mean anything? Like, so what? So what? There was like this kind of, okay,
There.
so what?
So this is
Then the
coming, like the biggest fear coming.
massive biggest fear. But then I was like, you know what? This charge about being but being anything, or this charge about being labeled in that way, or this charge of we can incarcerate you, just didn't wash. It was just like, you can't, you can't. Ultimately, you can't.
Yeah.
So I pulled over, and then there was more talk and writing things down. And then he said, you get yourself a lawyer, you can go to court, is one option. Do you want to defend? Yada yada. He's giving me more details. And I'm like, what's the other option? And he's like, the option is you can pay
Right now.
right now. And I was like,
Okay.
okay. Okay. Get that. And then I
This
just
is
started laughing. I
ridiculous.
was like,
This is
this is
ridiculous.
great. Great.
Yeah.
Great. And then I said, can you give me the phone number you're calling from? And then he hung up, and then I just burst out laughing. And that was just so beautiful. So beautiful. Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Yeah.
Perfectly done. Perfectly orchestrated. It was just like a nice touch that it wasn't actually real, but it didn't matter
Yeah.
anyway,
Beautiful.
So it just felt like there must have been such a healing that it was time for that to go. Even that one can go, like,
Exactly. Even that
no
one
more
can
fear,
go. Someone is calling and
no more fear, no more fear.
oh.
Yes, yeah, and it's felt like that
Ooh.
since. Felt like that since. So very grateful.
Oh,
What you're doing
Charmain.
is really good.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you. Yeah, so it's the gentleness, I would say, and the delicacy with the approach that you have, and something about being in the zone of unconditional love is the healing as well, you know.
Yeah.
So it's perfect. Parfait. C'est
Oh,
parfait.
yeah. Yeah, I'm so grateful beyond words. I even cannot
Me too.
express it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Thank you.
you came here and as if you were here already always. This is the feeling. This is what I felt. What
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, yeah.
like as if, you know, we were here with Barbara, Barbara is here 3 weeks,
Yeah,
4
yeah.
weeks. And
Yeah.
as if there is a group and someone else is coming into the group or whatever.
Uh-huh.
But
Yeah.
it's not like that at all. I
No,
mean,
it didn't really feel like that.
yeah, also for you, I'm sure.
Yeah. It's just like, right, here I am.
Yeah. Hello.
Hi. Move up.
Mm.
Let me squeeze in. Yeah, it's beautiful. And the place is beautiful. Being next to the lighthouse next to the lighthouse.
Yes, this is amazing. I don't know how to explain it. When you were here with we just, but there is a lighthouse above us here, over
Yeah,
there.
yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And being able to see the sea out of the window, and go into the day. It was really nice having that time as well to go and walk out and, you know, be in the town and just be. Like just time to
Yeah,
just, you know, to just
exactly.
be.
Just be.
And there was like other just I think naturally just things releasing and just other little processes going on just in, you know, walking up the hill or whatever was happening, you know.
Yeah, I know.
So there was lots of undoing happening anyway. It was just like, that's that, like really, because there was just the time and the space to
Mm,
allow for that as well.
mm,
Which is, yeah, beautiful.
mm. Oh, I'm so happy. We are neighbors. We will meet soon, probably.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. Yeah, to come to some, yeah. Beautiful.
Oh,
Thank you both so
mm,
much. I, yeah, highly recommend.
mm.
If there's like a block there, you know, and mm, I was telling my friend actually, it's like, uh, do you know when you have a splinter?
What is splinter? I don't know.
Splinter is like a little piece of wood that gets stuck in your finger.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then I don't know whether you do this in Bulgaria, but you can put butter on it. If you put butter on the splinter, it draws it out. It just
Uh,
helps it to,
it's very smooth, like it becomes smooth. It goes out
it
smoothly.
moves it to the surface.
Mm,
It
mm.
pulls it to the surface, and yeah, that's what happened.
Thank
And
you.
then let it go. Yeah.
Thank you, Charmaine.
So, thank you. Thank you, Luchana. I'll be seeing you soon.
Very soon. Very soon.
Beautiful. Much love to you both and to Barbara.
Yeah, much love to you as well. I will hug everyone.
Yeah,
And we
thank
and
you.
we had an amazing video, and I think I posted in somewhere in YouTube. I'm gonna find the link and send it to you when we are dancing here.
Oh yeah, good.
Yeah, it just came now. It's
Yeah.
there.
Dancing
I'll
was
I'll post it
perfect.
somewhere. I will share it with you, but it's somewhere in YouTube
Yeah, great. Thank you. Good to see that.
to see the joy and the ease and the freedom from as if from here.
Mm,
It's
yeah,
amazing.
yeah. Thank you.
Much love.